Right guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are checking out a turn-based CRPG tactical bonanza. It's set in Norse mythology. We love this setting. It's called Oath of Blood, and you can go check it out with the links in the description down below, of course. And I want to thank all the people who have been subscribing and joining us and hanging out and commenting. You are all invaluable to me right now, and I appreciate you joining us, you know, joining Discord, being interactive, talking to me on the side. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Right, that being said, it's a Viking-Age of Norway. So Norway is a great place. If you ever get a chance to visit Norway, I suggest you do. It's a lovely place. I've got it on my bucket list personally. Build a settlement, forge alliances, and fight strategic battles. Manage a community of craftspeople, farmers, and warriors as you grow strong on your path to vengeance in this rich story saga. That just sounds great. So you're going to have a team's peoples to manage, gathering resources and whatnot while you're doing the main part of the game, which is conquering, visiting, exploring, and traveling as a group of mean men, which I appreciate. It's by Arctic Hazard. They did send the game out, and they sent the collector's edition out, and they actually sent me like 3 of these. So I've got PS5, I've got PC, and I've got Switch, I believe. So I want to thank those guys out for sending, being so generous and sending me a copy for each platform. Maybe I'll cover one of the other platforms if it's, you know, on par or maybe worse off. We'll cover it for that reason. Now, it released on mixed reviews, which is a strange one. It's 1.5 thousand people are confused about this game. So I want to go in and clarify some things. So hopefully I can bring something to the table. I'm just going in from a casual gamer's perspective, what my first impressions of your game is and what you guys as gamers expect from me, right? You expect an honest and reliable opinion, and that's what I try and do. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to jump in. Let's go. Boom. Right. Okay. So Tripwire presents. So Tripwire are the guys that brought us Killing Floor 3, I believe. Now, Killing Floor 3 was a little bit of a letdown, not going to lie. I kind of shattered on that game a little bit because it did suck a little bit. But at the same time, it's still an enjoyable first-person shooter, but the other games are better, right? The older games are better. But this is a $20 game and $30 if you want the special edition. It's single player only, Steam achievements. It does play on Linux, but it doesn't have deck support for some reason. I don't know what that is. I think it is just that they haven't got round to it yet, so bear with that one. It seems like it's a match made in heaven for the deck, but who knows. 16 gig RAM, 60 gig storage, which ain't too bad. So over time with updates, you're probably talking about 80 to 100. Ryzen 5, i5, and a Radeon 6 700 or a 3070. So you know where you're at with the buy-in for this game. Now you can run it on lower spec systems at lower settings, of course, but if you want the best experience, that's what you're aiming for. Right, let's go new game. Let's go story. Let's see how we go.
Norway, 802 AD. A land ruled by petty kings and jarls, craftspeople, farmers, seafarers, merchants, and warriors band together in settlements.
This is a good way to do a loading screen. So you've got like a little bit of history about Norway and the game setting that you're in, and it's during the loading, so it's not really taking up any unnecessary time. It's not breaking my immersion in any way. It's like I've got to wait anyway, so it's going to tell me a little story. This is great. This is how all games should do their loading screens from now on.
Prowl the coast like wolves of the sea. Men kill for silver and revenge, for honor and reputation.
For honor.
It is a time when legends are forged in the fires of conflict, and those who have gone before look down from the mead benches of Odin Allfather. This is
I might put another light on because I don't have controller for this one. Only WuChang will have controller, so we'll switch it out for that one. Turn the light down a bit, just to make sure the green screen don't mess around, cause us fudgery. There you go, just a bit more light out here. Sweet. Right, okay, so we've loaded, and the funny thing is, it took that entire paragraph to load. It was almost pitch perfect and timed perfectly. Here we go. I'm getting around 60 frames. There is no VSync, and there is technologies at play that I cannot turn off. Again, hack to those technologies. I am not a fan of DLSS or FrameGen or any of the other gubbins. There's no TAA in this game, and it is really pushing those technologies. So unfortunately for me, that's already a little bit of a start on the wrong foot. I don't like the fact that I can't control my own frames and I can't control my own rendering. So whether the frames is reading accurate or not, you'll have to go from what I've just said, because you know they are generating their own frames and they are using DLSS, which can be switched out for like FSR and other things. But the problem is it's Epic on the back end of this, and it's Epic's own anti-aliasing and what's it called, anti-aliasing and sharpening. So I don't trust them either. So I've gone with DLSS. I've just gone with, you know, the better the demon you know sort of thing. Hey. Cool. I mean, so far, I mean, this is just a cutscene, by the way, but it is being rendered in real time. I'm getting 170 frames, which I don't believe. I think this is more a 60 frame cutscene, and it's just using that frame gen to bump that up. Well, what a start to a game. Here we go. Got the vibes. It's got the vibes. I'm into it. Oh, don't let me down. Mixed reviews has put me on edge. We shall see. Okay. Let's go in. Oh.
A lucky shot.
Oh, it's funny, brother. The more I practice, the luckier I get. Maybe if you spend more time with your bow and less time chasing.
Do you see what I mean? Look at this man's face. Look at his frickin' beard. Look at his hair. Oh my days.
And maybe if you spend less time with your
The
weapons,
popping is real.
some boy
The
might
graphics
spot
are
you.
shabby. What are
Instead
you
of fearing,
doing?
put him on his arse.
I'm not interested in some boy who pukes his
I
guts
don't
over
understand what happened to
ingredients.
game
Take a
development.
barrel of
Where
it.
did it go down the pan? Why did they start making this? Unattractive women
I don't
and
see how lucky you
spazoid
are.
men. Like, this is
Oh,
not how
if you
people want to
like,
play.
I could stand on
We
the other
don't
side
want
of
to
the
invest
sword and
time in
still
these
hit my
characters
target.
already.
You,
I'm
on the
actually
other
mad.
hand, could fall out of a boat and miss the water.
Smarmy, dislikable, written from a perspective of a twat. Stop. Here we go. This game better get good real quick.
You shoot first. Let's see what you can do, Gunnar.
Gunnar. Okay, that's who we're playing as, is it? So let's not mock his name, because obviously it's maybe time accurate.
I didn't know I was shooting with blind Hod today.
The tongue of yours is sharper than these arrows, sister.
Whiffy banter. It's not nice banter, it's whiffy. I know it's set in a time period, but damn, I mean, Kingdom Deliverance does jokes, right? Kingdom Deliverance does time period funny ass jokes. This game is clutching at straws already. You could have started me by myself, without her, firing at that bag, and I would have been way more happy to start this game. This reeks of cringe. And cool, she gets first time
Valkyries know he is dead.
with her smarmy chin. Look at the size of her chin, coming like Jimmy Hill. What's up with her nose? I haven't even seen the nose, bro.
Fight with
I've been
swords,
focused on the chin.
not bows.
Come then, warrior. Let's see if you have
What
the
is with the
makings of a
Saki?
Grauman
Do you know what I mean?
Einar. Or if you are destined to live like old Garm, sleeping at mother's feet by
Right,
the fire all
girls,
day,
I'm gonna
like
warn you now. If you have this as your attitude, you are having no friends, and your friends are going to be just as twatty as you, and you will get no boyfriend. Behaving like this. And this is time not accurate now, because women would not act like this back in Normandy in this time period. It just would not happen. You know, Sweden or any other motherfudging place that had Vikings at the time, they would not behave like this. I don't know where they're getting this from. It's almost like modern day Star Wars or Star Trek cast being shoved into a time significant period drama. It just doesn't work. Like, today's women are not those women, and it doesn't work when you try and blend the two. It comes across cringe, comes across really painful to watch. It just is awful. Who thinks this is good? That's what I'm curious about. Okay, we've got guards, simple. I mean, it's teaching me the tutorial. I'll give it that. Go for a strength buff. Okay, then maybe not. What is that? Left alt for more details. I just want to use the thing. There you go. Punch to your chin.
Like a troll, brother, and smell like one.
Enough games. Let us see.
Like, I'm a YouTuber, so we pull stupid faces all the time. But this is cringe right now.
Now fight me, Gunnar.
Funny, because I support Tottenham. Gunnar is a word that we use. And his name is Gunnar. Flat. Flat. I'll just punch her in the face. I'm quite happy to whap her in the face. This is actually quite satisfying. They've done something right. So finishing a, let's say, attack sequence with a guard probably will benefit us here. So let's go with attack. They didn't give me long enough to try it. I was happy to try that for a bit longer.
And you? You fight like a Valkyrie.
The Warhorn.
Someone is attacking us.
Does she ever close her mouth? Do you know what? She's not unattractive. She is kind of attractive, but only when she's not pulling silly faces and being sarcastic. Are you going to play the new Resident Evil? Hell no! Come on, Kitty, say something. What? You buying that Resident Evil? You into it? How do you feel about it? What's going on with it? To me, it doesn't look appealing. I think what they've done is took a office worker and turned her into a Resident Evil character, and then they're throwing Leon in at last minute to try and convince men that it's actually designed for us. But it seems like a feminized Resident Evil to me. I don't know. I just got that from the trailer. You've already bought it? Let me know how you get on. If you think it's good and you think I'd like it, then yeah, I'll take a look at it. But they didn't send it to me, and I haven't had a chance to actually look into it. I just caught a couple trailers, and I was like, you know, it kind of looks a little bit like they're dropping the ball here, because it would have been made in that time period, you know, 5-year development. So I don't know. That was just, you know, how I looked at it. So if I'm wrong, then I'll be happy to be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, you know. Here we go. How are you, by the way? How are you doing? How the devil are you? We've missed you. We have missed you. You know, I love people that come in that I recognize their name instantly.
We are not at war.
Whoever it is, Father will butcher them for this.
See, this is nice, right? We're telling a story. I can zoom in and out. I'm using WASD to move. I can use right button to move as well. So if you just wanted to play with a mouse, you can do that as well. The thing that I don't like so far is the pop-in, the awful graphics that are being generated by these awful technologies in the background. Give me TAA any day of the week and let me turn off DLSS, please. It's another annoying woman. It's another Karen. Oh no. Do they not know what time period they're making this game in? Jeez.
I will wade in the blood tide.
Okay, we've got to be careful. So let's go with alert and see what this does. I can only do it in front of me. That puts him on like a stance. There you go. Ooh. So it's like a counter attack essentially. When they come close enough and they hit that section, he'll return a volley, which ain't bad. This one deals 1 damage. Let's go with that. Okay, I'm seeing a little bit of an issue with this. Let me move forward a bit. One damage inflicts cripple. Okay, fire. Why is that not allowed to fire at him? He's too close? What was that? So I couldn't hit him. Move to destination. Okay, let's keep her on the side. Let's zoom in so we can get some bit more of this action going. I like this. The W, A, S, and D can actually be moved around in the environment freely. This is a really good technique. Unable to target. Let's see what else we've got. So we've got guard, we've got attack. Let's do that. Straight past my man's nose into my man's chest. The arrow sticks in. That's a really good touch. Yeah. I wonder if they're using these technologies because we're rendering it on the fly. Like we're rendering it in real time. Maybe they felt like it was just a better way to go. Ooh, that's cool. So now we're engaged. Let's go with a defense. Attack. That was cool. Okay, so the hitbox is weird. I have to click in their sort of feet to their kneecap to activate it. If I click higher, it's just going away as if I missed. So I think they need to increase the hitboxes on the enemies so I can click any part of that enemy to initiate that attack. I can only click between the feet and the kneecap, and it feels weird. So that needs to be looked at. Okay, let's go to here, and then we're almost out of moves. So we'll bring her forwards. We'll go with bow to your face, big disgrace. Oh, shoulder. And then we'll go defense. We defense where we are. Nice. She looks like she's going to take a sheet. I'm debating on it or... Now, what are we looking at? I've missed this. I need to go up. Once I saw we were going back to Raccoon City, I was pretty much sold. Do you know what? I did get that vibe. But then I felt like it was forced. Like this time round, I felt like it was like we've got no other idea what to do with this. So we're just going to send you back to what you already know. You know, it's like pulling on the nostalgia straw. I don't mind that if it's like second time round. But we've been there. We've done that. We've had the remakes. We've had the HD. We've done Resident Evil 3 going back. And to me, it was like, how many times can you revisit the same police station? Do you know what I mean? So it didn't really grab me. It wasn't one that I really was bothered. And the sales figures show this, right? So if I was to jump on Steam DB now, I could probably tell you how many people playing, and I would guarantee it'd be under 1,000 people. So I don't think it sold that well. So I was a little bit dubious about the high price tag, because I think it's like $45, $50. That's a lot of monies. You're debating on what to have for lunch. Maybe Mediterranean. Sounds fancy. Sounds fancy. I had an omelette. Classic. Yeah, I keeps it clean. I keeps it clean though. It was a good omelette. Right, I'm on guard because she is right next to me, right? So we'll go with that, and then we'll do end turn. So I hold the guard. Now with my girl, I'm going to go with alert, which means if she comes near us, we're going to attack back. Yes, deflected. 1 armor minus. Happy days. Okay, I like this system. This is actually fun. The gameplay is actually pretty good. Slap to your neck. Now, he can't really do anything, so I'm going to go on defense at this point. I find the thing with defense is as well, you have to click him. It's one click too many. If I click defense, there's only one thing that's going to happen. He's going to raise his shield. So just allow it to be one click, right? Why have I got to click him to tell him to do it? So we'll go to end turn, and then we'll take over control of her because she has distance. And we'll try and hit him from there. Yeah, -2, so I don't have to move any closer, and we can just keep on pelting this guy. Ooh. See that? If the animations were a little bit smoother and a little bit, the transitions were a little bit nicer, it would feel more premium, more AAA. Yeah, because I needed to be told. Fuck's sake. Okay, here we go. You know what it is? I'm already disliking this woman. She's already getting on my wick right now, so I'm hoping she can redeem herself with some sort of tragedy. Give her a reason to be Saki, you know? If she's going to act like that, she needs a reason. Okay, turn order. So this is a whole new way of playing here. I'm just going to go defense because I don't trust a single person. Right, we'll do the same. We'll keep this up. And then... Yep, Nice dodge move.
Alert and eager to
Who's this now? Okay, high guard. Certain elevated areas are high guard. 15 plus skill, 2 plus range, targeted without high ground. Now we're getting into the meat and two veg of it. She can just go ahead and whack him, look, and then she can go defense after.
I stand unbroken.
Sneaky hit. Wait for him to attack. Put the guard up.
I sharp weapon ready.
This ain't bad. It's not a bad game by any means. Yeah, okay. So I had the high guard up, so he's now missed. Oof, -2. So he's got 1 hit, so we'll just go and finish him. Which unfortunately takes our defense away because I don't have the opportunity to make another move. So he will get hit. There you go, -2. Understanding the system from all of the other CRPGs and ARPGs I play is a very much a welcomed bonus right now. If you're new to the game, I think it might be a little bit more difficult to get to grasp with this. Okay, so now she's pretty much done. Let's ground her. Yes. It's just, again, muddy. It's blurry. There's no sharpening options, you know. There's nothing you can do to make this game look better, which is a real shame. Then we're going to go defense. And then we'll go, just in case he attacks, we'll go high alert. That's your main 3 moves for the beginning of this game. You don't really have to do much more.
I follow where you lead.
Right, so we've got bandages. So she's actually got healing abilities. Yeah, that was probably quite cool. We missed an execution because of the janky-ass camera. And as within the first tutorial, that should not be a thing. Look at this mess. Damn. Now, it's a shame you can't loot bodies. If we could loot those bodies and get materials that we could do something with later on, that would be a nice touch as well. But it doesn't seem like we're going for that. We'll move her to there. We'll end her turn.
I was born for war.
And then we'll move my man up. But again, you've got to be careful of that red zone, right? So I'm going to put myself over here. And then I'm going to go defense. Because I don't know what's going to come at me. I'm enjoying it so far.
I will wade in the blood tide.
Right, okay. So it's actually quite hard to hit someone beyond a barrier. So hiding behind a barrier is actually really beneficial. Let's put her over here and try again.
Blood for Odin. I stand ready.
Nice.
I will stand with you.
And then attack. Oh, what's this now? Yeah, again, what I just said. So cover. So you've got full cover and you've got half cover. One will give you minus 40% skill penalty, and the other one will give you 20 minus skill penalty. We can ground him, i.e. shoot him in the big toe. Again, do you see the click box? I don't know if you can see it on the map. So you can't see my icon. So here, it says I can hit him around the kneecap area. But if I go up, you see how it deselects him, sorry. I deselect him because I'm in his midsection, his chest. Like, I should be able to select his face, his chest, but the hitbox is the floor. There's a really weird, I don't know, it just feels weird to click and activate stuff on him.
Huh?
Alright, let's move my man behind him. Go for the finish.
Watching.
Missed.
I spin my saga.
Oh, we got, yes, okay, we've got Q and E for spin camera, which is a really good way for me to show you the action. I think she's pretty much done there, right?
I'm ready.
He's ready. Finish. Ooh. I'm so glad that was behind her leg, so I don't have to edit it. What is Mediterranean food? Well, it's food from the Mediterranean. What are you talking? I guess it's a lot of veg, a lot of spices. I don't think it's very much meaty, is it? You can get like Mediterranean chicken and stuff. Oh, you bought it on Switch? Oh no. So you're going for like a bedtime game in Sesh. You probably enjoy it though. I bet you enjoy it. I wouldn't say it's a bad purchase until I've played it. But I would say for me, it's just a worrying purchase. It's a purchase I wasn't rushing out to get. You know, I'll grab it on a sale, $20 all day long. Right, so that man's done. We've got free movement again. We're no longer in battle zone, so I guess we just move up to the next area. Let's spin the camera and see what's going on. So enter the longhouse. Okay, where's that? Ah, okay, we've got open gates. Let's go into here. Interactables. So interactables are what? Containers and fallen warriors. So apparently we can interact with warriors, but just not yet, which is a weird one. Here we go. We've got some story. I'm going to chill the F out. You bought it on the Switch 2. How is the Switch 2? Let me know what you think about it, because it's $400 in the UK, and compared to something like the Lenovo Go, which is a PC handheld, I don't see the value in it at the moment. But I have a Switch 1, a Switch Lite, so it's like the cheapest Switch you can get, and I quite enjoy that. 30 frames a second and all that, you know. I don't play competitive games on it, of course. City builders and 2D games.
The traitorous dog wants the Jarl talk by himself.
The gods know what he promised that fat fuck Hauke to make him turn on us. By the door! They're here! Your creeper! We could not hold them!
Okay, two things here. Time period wise, I have to mention, they don't seem to be using their dialect. They don't seem to be using the time period's dialect. They're using sort of modern day language, which is fine. The visuals have improved as well. I think like the visuals of the cutscenes are very much rendered by me, but they still look better than the actual gameplay. They're not as muddy. They're kind of sharp enough, you know, like his hair looks better now.
We can fight! It is not lost yet.
Damn, okay, we've got someone coming through that's a bit of a beast.
I know you would.
Where are we?
On will get you to safety.
No!
Mediterranean food is kind of like, let me think about it, more vinegar.
Father.
It's kind of like tangy. I'm not into the vinegar stuff. I've been playing Cyberpunk on Switch 2 and 100% better than the first one. Oh, 100%. Yeah, if you're comparing it to Switch 1's experience, I would imagine that you're having a great time. I believe it runs at about 60 frames to 120 frames. Am I right? For something like Cyberpunk?
Blood. For blood.
I think, I mean, I'm going out on a limb. I think the Switch 2 will be the last handheld, or no, not handheld, the console. I might be wrong. Switch 2 will be the last console that comes with digital media. So something that you put in, as in like a disc or a cartridge, it'll be the last console we ever see with that now. And that's a sad state of affairs. You know, I don't think our kids are going to have a console that has digital media unless they're buying some janky Xbox 360 that's like 30 years old, you know, got dust all through it. They're going to have to clean it out, repurpose it, and maybe, you know, that's a way to do it in the future. But I think we really are at the point where I saw Brave Star, the DVD, the other day, for sale for £75 fucking pound. A DVD. We used to throw them in the bin. We used to pick them up at HMV for a tenner, you know, like, this is mad.
Come then, traitor.
You like a lot of garlic? Been playing Cyberpunk? Yeah, just about. I'll be right back. I've got to give...
Waiting for you.
What? I've got to go give this a bath.
You and your dogs.
I'll leave that there. I don't know what you're giving a bath. Oh, he's done the king. He's done the king. Being that we were fighting against him, he done our king. So I guess we're pissed now.
Now run.
Okay, we are just going to flat out leave the queen, are we? Okay, that doesn't strike me as Norse mythology at all there. For you guys from Normandy and Sweden, I would imagine that is a kick in the balls right there. We would not. We would go back and save the queen, surely. She could be our healer. That would be amazing. She can be our tenderfoot. What's this? Eat dried meat. Okay, we won't do that then. Says we've got full health. You know what? It's got so much going for it, but it has quite a few drawbacks at the same time, and I can see why there is a mixed review for this game now. This is our new move. I pushed her onto the fire, the bitch be burning. Yes. Okay, so now I'll go with defend, because she's obviously going to come back. And we'll end that move there. Nice.
I will stand with you.
Okay, let's see what this new guy's got. So he's got damage +2. Lap. He does big damage. So he's basically our Barrett from Final Fantasy VII. We'll keep him going, but we'll move him back a bit to bring him closer to her. She can defend him. You know, this bitch is still on fire. Burn damage for days. Archers are pretty useless from a distance as well. Put her out of misery. Just put her out of misery. And then I'm going to group up a little bit. And then we'll go with rounded. Oof. So now he can't move, right, for a single turn. I think that's how that works. It says inflicts crippled for 1 turn. And then I'll go defense.
I am the wall you break on.
What does that even mean? I am the wall you break on. Oh, my man's armor's broke. 1 damage. That's put, boy. There you go. 2 damage.
No more words.
Engaged.
Only war.
This is a really cool system. I like the engaged system, okay? So flanking units considers it engaged, ignores their reflexes. So using an action targeted to a unit other than the opponent or moving more than 1 tile per time. So you're going to break your engagement by moving away from this, or you can stay and fight. So we're going to stay and fight, of course. It says attacks made as a result of triggering the alert being pushed into an enemy or trying to break that engagement. Attacking is called flanking is attacking an enemy that is an engagement with a unit other than yourself. So basically bullying at that point. So 2v1.
For Odin.
Right, let's finish this guy off. Go sleep. And then we'll attack the spearman. It should, that's actually a spearwoman. Should have less armor, I would imagine. Oh, -1. How are we doing for health? We're doing alright. We've got this really close guard here, all up in my grill.
I stand ready.
Yeah, there you go. So that was worth
Show
doing.
me who to kill.
Now we've got the engage. So I'm going to go with the... Ooh. It lets me attack. There it is. And he done her in the back. Okay, that worked out really well for us. So we're 11 out of 17 damage right now, from what I can read of that. Okay, let's go with a high alert. That archer should have hit her own man then, and it didn't happen, and it felt a little bit off because of that. We'll rectify this.
My arrows will finish them.
What is your will?
This guy's completely surrounded. He has no way out. Let's move closer, but take cover at the same time if we can.
I fear no man.
Right. Okay, I like that. So if you select like defend, right, you can see it's yellow now. If I select it again, it deselects it. So it's no hassle to make a mistake in selecting an icon or anything. I'm going to go defend, and I'm going to go, there we go. And then we're going to select. Yep, perfect. The AI at the moment, I don't know if it's going to be the same through the whole game, but they will attack the closest member. So if you have a member that's close that has like defense on, they're always going to pretty much miss. So by going so close, you run out of moves. So you've got to be wary of this. I thought I'd try it. It's very similar to Pathfinder. I'm going to go on high alert because she's bound to attack me. He's the strongest guy on the team. There you go.
Sword fame will be mine.
Game over. Total game over. I like the fact I can move it where I want, so I can get a nice middle screen over here for you guys whilst thinking about what I'm doing next. And then we'll ground her if we can. We might be too close. Yeah, we're too close. So maybe if I move back, do I still get a grounded move? No, we've run out. Okay, I've got to be a bit careful with that. You're dazed and confused. Through the wig. Victory! That'll do. I'm happy with that. That was unbelievable. We went straight under the weave and we have now got to heal. So let's see how we do this. I, C, P. None of them buttons are working. So maybe we have to select a healer during battle. Doesn't seem like I can heal myself up. You can select characters via these icons at the left, which is awesome. Let's hit tab. That just goes through them as well. That's a great little system. Ooh, pick berries. +5. Okay, so you can get environmental help. So what's up with this camp here? Look, can we, if I use WASD, we go into here and like maybe cook some food, do some healing. No, that's a shame. More berries, happy days. So my man's now fully healed. So if I go ahead and select this guy and then go and look for berries, we should be able to heal up. The gameplay is outweighing the shortcomings of the game for me so far. I think the things we've experienced and moaned about so far or found tedious or weird, the game's actually rectifying that by just having really solid, thought-out gameplay. Looking for more berries. I don't know if we passed any, so I'm just going to have a quick look around. Nope. Spin the camera. You know what? The spinning of the camera and the fact you can use the mouse and WASD, the berries seem to respawn. Oh my days. Can I grab those now? No, it looked like they could. That's a shame. Yeah, so the WASD and the mouse, being able to use both really makes a difference when it comes down to... it feels like a city builder. It feels like they've taken some strokes from a city building game and they've taken some cues from an ARPG and blended the two together to just make it work.
Odin, let the boat be there.
Alright, let's go check the boat. Heavy resistance as we approach the boat.
I will wade in the blood tide.
Slippery mud. So I'm going to assume if I hit him hard enough, he'll fall over. No, which was a missed trick. If he'd have fell over and then been dazed, that would have been a nicer animation. I do have bandages on my guy. I'm wondering if everyone has bandages now. We'll just go defense because I don't know what these guys are going to try on us. In the turn.
I was born for war.
She's ready, boys. She is ready. Unable to target. So we've got bandage. She doesn't need healing at all because she didn't take any damage.
Valhalla awaits.
seem to be sneaking up on us, so we're not going to allow that. So what we're going to have to do is bandage this man. Nice. The animations are solid, you know. Let's see if we can sneak up on these guys. We can't get any closer, so let's just go defense on him as well then.
Guard.
Everybody's guarding. Everybody's ready for it. I'm at me, bros.
I fear no man.
Right. So it seems like we can't go ourselves in the mud. So that's what that represents. It means that we can't actually move any further than this, which is a little bit off-putting. Let's see if we can do a diagonal hit. Okay, that's confirmed. So we can do that. So that's something. Hey.
Valhalla awaits.
Right, you can F these dudes up. So let's do that. Nice.
I can't move.
Hey, can he move? And then we'll end her turn and we'll take the Brutus, aka Barrett as I've nicknamed him. And he's going to go and finish these guys off. One son. 3 damage. He hits so hard. Let's go with a mighty. What's this? I can hit 2 at once and they take... Oh, what? And he's proned. If only I had another hit.
Hey.
We shall stand on this guy. And then we'll go with a mighty, deal 3 damage. Gosh. No point in moving, but we will go defense just in case.
I'm ready.
Now it's 3v1. This guy has no chance.
Watching.
Our blades meet.
Okay, we're engaged, ready to go.
I'll make a feast for crows. They move, they die.
It's weird. You can go in the mud, but it tells you can't go in the mud. But it's like you're not as balanced or whatever. Like as I'm in the mud, if you look, it says target times 4. So we get minus 25 on a reflex whilst we're in the mud. But they seem to have no beef, these guys. They can continue in doing what they're doing, no hassle. Nice. Okay, off we go. That was a nice little battle, little back and forth. We didn't take much damage. My archer's a little bit damaged, but not nothing to worry about. She has bandages. We're good to roll. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 soldiers and a female archer bullying 2 women. Let's get involved. They're already taking chunks off us.
Fame will be mine.
Okay, what can we do? Let's go with dash him back. There you go, get out of here. Alright, spin the camera this way to get a full view of what's going on. And let's see what we can do. Okay, we do big damage to an archer, so I'm just going to continue that trend. Let's go with watch her.
Weapons ready.
I will wade in the blood tide.
I can't move.
Nice. I disengage to fire him so he cannot follow me. And then we can bring Brutus in.
Yes.
Here he comes. Bring him down to get the finish. 4 damage. Come on, sons. Done him. You know what? She's actually really likable because she now doesn't have a personality. She isn't talking. She isn't getting on our nerves. She's not doing silly faces. She's not doing inaccurate time period, overacting. It's really nice now that she's just shut the F up because the game's actually running really, really smooth at a nice pace. Everything feels good now. Oh, you can hit your own characters. I didn't know you could do that. My bad. Oh, mate. Now, was that supposed to happen? I thought that was their own character there. I guess not. Everyone's fighting everyone. These two are going at it. What we got? Let's go with the bash. Push him back a bit. I'll pick on a woman. Rude.
What is your will?
Let's bandage her up.
I'm ready.
This guy just loves to finish people every time. Let's move him closer to try and save this woman. She's green, so I'm assuming she's on our team, and these guys are properly bullying their way through. So let's just move them closer. Try and get some intimidation game going. Don't have any range, which is a little bit of an issue. There it is. So you can come from your space and attack, depending on how many moves that attack has in it. Can we now help her somehow? If I had bandages, maybe. Let's have a look. Oh, another one. Jesus. That guy's mean. That guy's mean. Look at him go. He's definitely the man we need to take down.
Valhalla awaits.
Gank him in the back, Jack. Again, I don't like not being able to click on his mid section. That's really annoying. Get out of here. Man's down. Can we finish? Can't seem to get around him. It's red foot everywhere. Finish move, finish move. Do we have a finish move? Maybe just attack? That then finish him? I'm confused because he's green. I don't know who I'm supposed to be saving. Kill this man, he's red. Nice. And again. Well done. Okay, we'll put her on defense.
None shall break me.
I want to see if this man gets up and starts attacking us. I'm not sure if he's friend or foe.
I'm caught like a fox in a trap. Huh? Show me who to kill.
Right, he's green, she's green, this guy's red. I'm going to take him as the only enemy left. Should be pretty easy.
No more words.
That was nice. Nice little back and forth.
I fear no man. Alert and eager to kill.
I spin my saga.
Hey, we have got this guy surrounded. I don't want to go too ham on him because I'll hit everyone. So I'm going to go close range. Again with the finish. That's it. That'll do us. That was just anybody with red on them was an enemy, and anybody with green was people we can save. I didn't quite work that out at the beginning, but now we know. And we've escaped. We're now on the boat out of here. So far, so good. I like my team. I don't think they're trying to push too much overacting anymore. It seems pretty solid. The visuals could have been better, you know, with a bit more time, maybe 6 months. This game could have been something amazing. I don't think they play tested it as much as they should have, and I think there's some shortcomings with it. I mean, he's a great bad guy here, and I think if they just sort of concentrated, maybe read a book on the time period itself, maybe caught up with some TV shows that weren't modern made, you know, go back to the 90s and watch some Norse mythology movies and TV from now, you probably would have come up with a better game. At the moment, it's okay. It's just okay.
But your father saw our future in trade. Steinar had no patience for that.
For instance, my man looks weak as piss. Like, he doesn't look like a strong guy. Maybe he becomes awesome later on. But this guy should have been the main protagonist. He's awesome.
He would whisper that Jarl Gripa denies
Or
his
antagonist.
slaves, reputation, the spoils of war. By the gods, Steinar's resentment has swollen like a corpse in the heat. But I never thought he would do this. No.
3 months looks weird when they talk. Oh, their mouths look weird when they talk. I think they look weird in general. They're kind of like potato people, and I don't think the people from that, let's say, generational path would appreciate their depiction of their ancestors. They're strange looking. They all look like they're doing YouTuber face, but really overacting. Do you know what I mean? And it kind of sucks because of that. There's no seriousness. There's no like grit. They could have really told a good story. That story essentially was that the town was being butchered by this guy and his men, but you never really got the sense of that at the beginning of the game, because the way they told it was more about like that interaction between them shooting a sandbag. That was way more thought out, and time and effort went into that than the actual storytelling, which was a real shame, because this game has good qualities. Like, that water looks awesome. The game's pretty well done in fidelity. Although I've got frame gen on, I'm not actually noticing it in this game because it's so slow paced and it moves quite slow. So I'm getting around 130 frames, but it doesn't feel like it because it's fake frames, right? I don't know why we're going for this like high number that doesn't exist. It's stupid. And I can show you what I mean by the technology real quick. But I'm only running 1080p. We know my system can absolutely obliterate 1080p, but I don't have a choice between AMD Fidelity, which I don't own an AMD card, Intel, I don't own a single thing of Intel, Temporal S, so it's basically TSR, right? TSR is Epic's own resolution. And then you've got NVIDIA DLSS. That's the only choice I have. There's no off. You can't turn it off, put TAA on, and just crack on, which I absolutely detest. I knew video games were going down this route, and I don't like it. Frame generation I've disabled. VSync is off because it doesn't need to be on. It's not capping any frames or doing any weirdness. And the frame rate limiter, I mean, I could have that on if I really want. You can like set it to like 60 frames max. But that's going to do that anyway, even if you have VSync on, which will give you a better experience because it won't split your screen. Everything else is set to high. Now, ray tracing is software and hardware, but not off. Ray tracing ain't great. I'm not a fan of ray tracing, but it's on by default. So again, there's certain technologies in here that you just cannot turn off, you can't get away from, and it is forcing you to use them, which, I mean, I would rather them fix this man so his arms don't go through his shield rather than tell me I have to use ray tracing. You see what I'm saying? So look. That looks shit. And no matter what technology you're using, it's always going to look shit. And you should have fixed it. And you should have fixed it before worrying about the other stuff. And I think it's bad game design, bad game devs. I think it comes from higher up. We can make a game in 6 months, or we can make a game in 6 years. And they choose 6 months because they sort of fix it as it goes on. And I hate that. I hate that attitude to video games. It's like, release it in 6 years and give us something that everybody can cheer for, rather than give us something in 6 months that everybody shits on. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it with my final thoughts. I think this game definitely has shortcomings and it has fors and against. It is very much a mixed bag. It's not a bad game by any means, and it is worth $20. I don't think I can not recommend this game to you. I would just say that unless you have a beefy PC that is able to run all of the technologies they want you to run, you're probably not going to have as nice an experience as I did. And even me with a 32 gig system had a little bit of a shitty time. So bear that in mind when you go check this game out. Now I want to thank you guys for joining me for this one. This was just a promo. We are now doing WuChang, so you can hang around for the next 2.5 hours doing WuChang. But I appreciate you all hanging out. And for Norse Oath of Blood, what do we think? I think it's a 3 out of 5. It's an okay game, and I don't want to side with the Steam reviews, but it seems like that is the case. Until they do some development, until they work on the back end, until they get this game really solid, I think it's got too many shortcomings to warrant it above other games of its time period, of its theme, that do this better. You know, I think there's a lot of games that have a similar combat system that do exactly the same as this game that are worth around $10 to $15 that do it better. So there is a lot of options out there, but then I play a lot of video games. So if you really want to play some Norse mythology, Oath of Blood, you can. By all means, you're going to have a great time probably. It's got a lot going for it. The combat's nice. They've thought a lot of things out. The fact you can pick berries to get health back in between combat. And there's not much freedom. There's no exploration at the moment so far being shown. You can just follow the path. So it's a Pathfinder style game, but without all the intricacies and amazing stuff that Pathfinder comes with. So for me, it's a 3 out of 5. Take from that what you will. Thank you for joining me. Greatly appreciate your time, and thank you for the devs for sending out the game for me to check out. We will be checking out the PS5 version at some point, and I want to say thank you for your time. I know your time is valuable. Thank you for spending it with me. If you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing. Leave a like if you like the video. We'll make more Norse Oath of Blood content based on the likes. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Take it easy. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye. Right, that one's done. Right, so I'm just going to end that record. I'm going to start a new one, and we're going to go on to WuChang. Does that be wooing? I know nothing about this game really. WuChang was one that I was buying other games. I got Ghost of Tsunami, I believe it's pronounced. I might be wrong now. And I got Rise of the Ronin at the time. So when this game came out, I wasn't really looking for another one. Do you know what I mean? And it is along that soul style gameplay, so I didn't really pay much attention to it. But apparently it's good. They sent it out, and we've got promo for this one, so we're going to definitely delve in deep and have a look at it. This one, unlike the last one, comes with positive reviews, which is nice. We're compiling shaders, so let me just get you a picture of that. You know where we're at. What the hell is Project Plague? It comes up as Project Plague. Is that WuChang? Wow, okay. Project Plague is the Windows name for some reason. So we'll wait for this to finish. There's no music or anything. You just have to bear with. Ask me questions, you know, hang out in the chat, all that good stuff. I did have a message sent to me on Twitch. Let me have a little look at that real quick. How is my streaming going on? I don't know, you tell me. Beans, so we're just waiting for this game to catch its shaders, and then we will jump into an intro, do all that good stuff. I mean, it's 33%, it's not taking long at all. Bring up Steam. Steam, where are you? So many pages open at once, it's ridiculous now, it's getting mad. Here we go. Steam. So WuChang. I suppose I could do an intro while I'm waiting for things to go. Nah, I'll wait. It's probably going to need to go on a second screen, and we'll have to sort that out as well. Oh, it's a nice chill one today. Oh, I like chill. I'll tell you what I can do. Plug the controller in. Nice. What features does this have? So it's got... Oh yeah, it does have controller support across the board. Now I run this on Linux, so I know it works on Linux, and it plays actually really, really well. It's one of my most impressive games this year of my testing I did. It's i7, 16 gig, pretty decent buy-in. But I'm assuming it does use some technology in the background, but it wouldn't work with Linux anyway. So I don't know if they've just done a really good job. So it's 505 games. We'll shout them out because they obviously sent it out. We're 86% now, so give it a minute. Oh. So I wonder if the new Resident Evil is co-op. Do you guys know if the new Resident Evil is co-op or not? If it has co-op play, I suppose I'd buy it if I could play with someone decent, you know, make content with someone else on the mic. I don't think I'd buy it as a single player experience. It just doesn't really have what I want from a Resident Evil, in my opinion. Which is hard to explain because you know what it is. We've already got too many good Resident Evils. You keep making the same shit over and over again. Eventually people just go back and play the old stuff, right? Okay, so Lindsay. Let's get on to second screen. Is that going to be hard? You can see my mouse on this one. Cool. A little blokey. Warning, game supports autosave. Why is that a warning? That should be a bonus. Very sensitive seizures, be careful of that. Settings, options, streamer modes. Oh, hang on, what's this? This game contains scenes of violence, yes. If you find such distressing, then you should go to game options, streamer mode. I don't think so. I don't think that's... I've never been copyrighted or unmonetized for violence in a video game yet, so I don't think that's an issue. Come on, little pair blokey, load the game. Here we go. We'll let that pop-in happen. Performance warning. Oh, I know why. Because Steam would have kicked back in. Bear with. That's a good shout out they gave me there, because I reckon Steam's actually downloading now. So I'll pause that. Skull and Bones is downloading. We definitely need to pause that shit. Okay. Go settings. Sound. About right, I think. We could probably turn the sound effects up a little bit. Controller support, graphics, advanced settings. Yes, a screen select, my man. Okay, please don't flick to the fourth screen. There you go. So 3 screens, borderless windowed. I'd rather do full screen now we've selected. Don't have a choice? What? Okay, VSync, low latency is fine, motion's off, depth of field is off. This is still set up from my Linux build, I bet. Let's take a look what's going on in here. Oversample resolution. Does that mean increasing the oversample resolution can enhance the image sharpness, but a significant impact to performance? But it's on TSR, which is not normal for me. Is that TAA? No. Okay, let's see how we get on with like 70%. I personally would like 100% on that. Reflex. Why do you need low latency in a game like this? There's no shooting involved. Textures are high, everything's high. This is about right here, I think. We'll just leave it as is. See how we get on, bros. It looks pretty sick, right? Sharp, nice. Let's do it. Well, I can flick out and keep the music on, which is decent. Right guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are checking out WuChang, and I want to thank the developers and 505 Games especially for sending out this one. Now we got the collector's edition, the top tier edition, so we will have all of those gubbins available to us. I've gone ahead, as you can see it says continue. I have played this game on Linux. Now I use Linux Mint and I got 120 frames the entire time, capped, no problem whatsoever, on medium to high settings, and it looked beautiful on a 4K screen and run at 4K lovely at 120 frames, which is really, really impressive. Now, that being said, WuChang is a Souls-like action RPG, and if you haven't checked this game out, it's along the lines of Ghost of Tsunami and or Tushiba, or whatever you pronounce it as. How do you pronounce that game? Ghost of can't see the title. Ghost of Tsunami, I call it, but it's not. It's Ghost of Tsushima and Rise of the Ronin. Both those games are really, really awesome, and this game is one that I overlooked because of those two games. They kind of come out around the same time. I'd already pre-purchased the first two mentioned and left WuChang aside, which was a bit of a shame because the devs didn't hit me up and we didn't get enough publicity about the game for me to take any notice. So now we're finally jumping in 2026, which is really awesome to take a look at this game a little bit late. But it has had updates and it is, like, let's say, fixed right now. So it's going on and it's going to be judged on such. So it's going to have a full review. Set in the land of Shu during the dark, tumultuous late Ming Dynasty. Now, the Ming Dynasty is one of my favorite dynasties. You see a lot of this in, obviously, Dynasty Warriors and things like this. PS2 games pretty much set most of their martial arts, Eastern infused games in the Ming Dynasty. It's a great place to be. It's a really awesome setting. It has a lot of characteristics and a lot of character itself. It's plagued by warring factions and a mysterious illness spawning mysterious monsters. That's about it. That's all they want you to know, and that's all they want you to deal with. Now, I have gone through and played the beginning of this game, but literally like 20 minutes tops. So we're going to run through. I'm going to do 2 hours today of the beginning of WuChang. So if you are looking to purchase the game, you might not want to watch the entire thing. Skip to the end and watch the actual final thoughts, or you can go ahead and play through with me. It's only the first 2 hours, and you're still going to get your value for money. Now, the game itself is a $44 game off of sale, but I've seen it on sale for $30, which is the price tag I would recommend you grab this one at. It came out in July, so it's been out for around nearly a year. So it's had a bunch of updates, like I say. It's by Lenzi, the development company, which I believe is their first major hit. And it is a hit. It's had a lot of positive reviews. Over 5,000 people think it's great. Single player, again, just single player, which means it won't go dead. No, server shutdowns or strange goings on with the company. It is just there for the test of time, which is great. So it's got Steam achievements, it's got cloud saving, it's got controller support across the board. It runs on an absolute any system you throw it at. It's really well optimized on the back end. It uses a Ryzen 5 or equivalent Intel equivalent. It has 16 gig RAM to run and a 2070. So you should be able to run this on most potato systems nowadays, I believe. So a 3060 I consider to be the entry level now for gaming. So we're going to go new game. Boom. Right, here we go. So I've got the blood red controller. Thank you for the follow, Kali Ranax, I believe that's pronounced. Hopefully I got that right. And we're going to be jumping in for about 2 hours. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like on YouTube. Let me know that you enjoyed the video. I'll make more. I do think this could become a series. So if you guys want to see me play through the entire game and with our, spin on it, then I can go ahead and do that. But I need to know by the likes and comments on this video. That greatly helps. So thank you for your time. Let's get into it. Thank you, Kali Ranox, for that follow. I appreciate that. Let me stick my feet under my bum and get comfortable. Oh, this one's a Dark Souls, so I don't know if I haven't played a Dark Souls in a while. I think the last one I played was Lord. What was it called? Lord of the. I don't have it here. I think it was called Lord of the Fallen. If you know this series, I played Lord of the Fallen and I disliked it. Can you type? I can type, yes. Let's go here. Draw. There you go. I'm going to let this play through because I haven't actually watched any of the cutscenes. I didn't want to spoil it for myself, so I literally just skipped all the cutscenes, played some of the gameplay just to see how it run on Linux, because we have got a big Linux video coming up in the future. That was many pages open right now. You mean, how is it going on? What does that mean? I don't know what you want me to reply to that. I've been doing it 7 years, so on and off for 7 years. Click to show Bubs' message. Okay, hang on. Yeah, it's hard for me to type. It's easier for me to talk. But I'm assuming you're translating, if you're asking. Right, okay, so visually, straight away, it looks very nice. There does seem to be some artifact happening with her hair. View, especially in the light. I think that might be depth of field. But we could probably go into the settings and try and sort that out. We also have the, you know, Fortnite poses that we can do for just no reason whatsoever. It's a single player game, but for some reason Fortnite has bled into it. Let's go pick the items up. Nice. Okay, I've just used the heal by accident. Where is attack? Don't have it yet, do we? We can just ram ourselves through pots. Awesome. Hey, the water's looking nice. The sound effects are good. Do you know what's amazing? I run this on Linux with a Radeon 7600 at 4K, and it looks so much more clear and clarified in the hair and the body details than this. And this is running on a 4070 GTX with 32 gig RAM. I think the artifacting we're seeing on the hair is just NVIDIA graphics cards in general. I think unless you have like the top tier one with the latest drivers and everything, do you know what I mean? It's kind of becoming an inconvenience, because I'm running a 4070 and I don't intend to go to the 5060. I intend to go Radeon, and I find that the Radeon, because that doesn't work with that technology, it looks better. So I'm getting what I want by paying less, and I think that is a major flaw in NVIDIA's game plan. The hair looks good, but it's got them speckly front bits. You don't get that with a Radeon graphics card. I have one here. So the one for the new build is a 9060 XT. Now I won't have those artifacts based on the fact that the 9060 doesn't allow for DLSS, right? I think FSR could be the way forward. Now if I spin fast, we're not really seeing much blur, but we are seeing, you can see on the hair, that's frame gen. That's nastiness right there. I didn't have this on Linux, because I don't think that technology actually works on Linux. I'm going to go ahead and try and turn some of those off. Let's have a look. If I was settings, where would I be? I must have in-game settings. Okay, so this is escape right now. How do you get to the settings? Outfits, character. Here we go, game options. Now we're talking. Vibration off, because I don't want that on anyway. Stream modes for less gore, sounds. Ah, here we go. Graphics. We've got advanced graphics. Let's have a look at this. So maybe it's this resample. Let me go 100%. I'm going to flick that to DLSS because I don't really have a choice. Now frame gen is off and aliasing is high. Post processing is high. These are both the things that are going to make a massive difference, right? Textures are high. Everything else is golden. Okay, let's come out of there. It still looks like arse. The DLSS does not help either. Oh, weird. To see it on here and not have it on the original just baffles me. maybe it's just in the graphic settings. Let's have a look. Display modes, borderless, 1080, motion blur's off. Depth of field is off. That's not going to help anyway. How do we solve this? FSR would use... yeah, that would use Radeon. Maybe turn up? No, you can't. Aye. Sharpening, level 5. So it says not to use this. Problem is, I don't think we can actually solve this problem. I think this is a mandatory problem that is happening just because it's out of my hands. And I've never really figured out why. Global. Volumetric fog, that's not it. Distance, nothing to do with it. It is just this super sampling nonsense that they make us use. Oh, that is some bullshit. Okay, so I've got 60 frames locked, and this just looks awful. Like her hair is really bad, and it is a super sampling issue, I believe. And it's only with this system. I don't get this problem with AMD. I don't get it with Linux. I only get it with a Windows-based system with NVIDIA. If you have this problem and you know what this problem is with the hair, I've been moaning about this for about 2 years. I need to figure it out. I need to find out what the issue is that's happening here, because I've tried DLSS, I've tried FSR, even though I don't have an FSR compatible card, and I'm now running TSR, and all of them do this to the hair. So I don't know what that is. Maybe you can help me. It's a 4070 with 12 gig RAM, maybe 16. I'm not really sure which. But everything else looks pretty good. So we're just going to crack on. Now I've had a little moan about that. It's not the game's fault. It's the technologies they're using. I believe it's Unreal 5. And it is definitely an issue that plagues a lot of games. And I don't know what it is. Hey. Like, it doesn't look as good as it did. That's really bothering me. Maybe I can increase. Like, yeah, high is the highest it can go. Oh, that is annoying. Let's try 100% oversample. Okay, that helps. So the oversample helps. See her hair? It's still kind of there, but not. I'm still getting 60 frames, so it's not a power issue, which is weird. Okay. Okay, so we've got a couple of enemies here. We're going to hit the right trigger to lock on, and we'll go in, see what we can do. Nice. Now, I did find this when I tested the game on Linux, that the gameplay itself is really solid. I've never seen this much artifacting happening though, which really bothers me. I've run this at 4K with an AMD card and it does not look like this. Like, let's see what happens if I put this all the way down. Maybe oversampling is causing the problem. Oh, you can't, 25%. Okay, let's say 70 then. I just wish it didn't have this. I think it's this super sample oversample. I think this is what's causing it. Let's try FSR, even though I don't have an AMD card. Let's see what happens. Anti-aliasing is as high as it will go. The sharpening doesn't really make a difference. That looks way better. It's blurrier, it's smoother. It's not as sharp, but it looks way better. It's strange, it really is. Why games would want this to be a thing, I don't know. Is it because games want to run on consoles that are underpowered? Do you think that's what it is? PS5 and Xbox One are really underpowered for today's standards. And I think just to get their game on that system, they make these shitty technologies. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it feels like to me. But if I go like sharpening 10, which is over sharpening. Yeah, see, that's when you start to get some artifact in. Maybe we bring it to a nice medium. Let's say 6. And then we bump this to 70, which is the oversamples. Nothing else I can change, so that has got to be it. I think that's the best we're going to get it to look, and that's FSR with a DLSS NVIDIA card, and it looks better. Again, arguably in motion, it doesn't though, does it? That's mad. Like you see here on the door, can you see them wavy lines? I don't want to play a game with this nonsense. I'm going to have to fix it, which means finding the happy medium. Yeah, so that's hardware generated. So low reflex off. Sharpen, multi-samples. Let's go 90 because at 100 it says I'm maxing out my RAM. See, now I prefer DLSS. I can't decide. 1 minute it's like FSR is better for still images, but DLSS is better for running around, and they both suck. Ooh, rats, I need my tings. Mind blown. I don't know if you see what I see because obviously it's live stream, but I would say like I've probably over sharpened it now to get a nice quality image, which again, because it doesn't allow you to run it in full screen, which is a very weird thing, borderless can cause that to happen. So if I drop this to 80, for instance, drop this to 6, which is slightly above what we had, but not as much as we did, it'll probably look a bit nicer for you. Again, the bit rate is dependent on how much we run our games. So if we go over the top on the graphics, it will affect the bit rate of the live stream, which again can be increased on the fly. Let me try that as well.
You're awake at last.
Output.
You know me. Why am I here?
I came upon you in a brooklet some days past. You lay passed out due to the feathering. I moved you to the cave to recuperate.
All about the feathering.
The feathering.
I see. Know you not. A man-eating fiend attacked Worship's Rise 6 moons ago, spreading unthinkable horrors, after which many bore feathers on their bodies. A malady unlike any other, without hope of a cure. I found this silk manuscript on your person. Here, take it.
Hey, we just gained a manuscript. It's called Silk. And it doesn't really tell us what it does.
Other concerns?
So far, so good. It feels just like any... Do you know what it feels like? Omnimushu. If you played Omnimushu, yeah, you're kind of already understanding how this is going to play out. Omnimushu with Souls-like vibes and bosses. I can vibe with that, you know. She's a likable character. She doesn't talk too much. The cutscenes are pretty short. You're just in and out. I quite like it so far. And again, this, if I just stop and look at this, this looks great. I don't know what it looks like on stream, but for me, I've got over sharpening for days going on. So it looks really, really crisp and clear on my screen, but it might look absolutely terrible and atrocious on stream. So let me know how bad it looks, because I've got over sharpening on the stream, but also over sharpening on the game now. So I might need to tone it down a bit. So I'm assuming we just keep going downstairs. Oh, what up, dude?
You're not from around here, are you? The name's Charlie from Worship's Rise. Don't you dare look down on me just because I'm crippled.
Dude, you're on the floor. I can't not look down on you.
Finest heroes. But now my brother's burdened with finding medicine to treat me. A pathetic fool. How humiliating.
Right.
You're heading to town, aren't you? Could you do me a favor and deliver this to an oracle there? She's hard to miss. She's had this old bracelet for as long as I can remember. She's a bit different. You'll know her when you see her. I don't know if she's still in town.
Right, okay, so we don't really know what was going on with him. He's not really telling us what's wrong with him. He's just telling us to go somewhere and do something. I'd rather know what was wrong with him first, do you know what I mean? They're not really explaining what this feather plague is. Okay, this looks like we can buy weapons from here, so we'll save up some cashish and come back.
You're awake. You seem to have recuperated well. The old Taoist mentioned your encounter with that demon, WuChang. I am glad to see you on your feet again. But your arm, the feathers are still there. The feathering's a nasty curse. Even the Taoist doesn't have a cure for it. With your skills, maybe you should check out the Shoe Sanctum. There could be something there to hold back the feathering.
Voice acting on the English part is dry bread. It's not great, and so far I've spoken to 3 people and it's kind of okay. I would probably play this game in native tongue, maybe Cantonese. I'm not really sure what the options are, if they have Japanese. Play it in something that matches the original voice, because the English, not so great. You don't even want to speak to me, that guy. Okay, so can we pick any weapon from here? It seems like we can. Yeah, pick up. So we can just try anything. What? Okay, so what we got here? Let's flick through the options and see. So weapons wise, we have an axe. Some sort of, what is this? Dual blades, okay. Spear. Why has that one got a crystal and that one hasn't? That's level 3. Level 2 has a crystal. I'm not sure which one's better. They both have their fors and against, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this one. And take this too. And then dual swords, because we don't have a set of dual swords yet. Let's go with this one. Okay, I don't know if I picked up the right weapons there, and I don't know if they come with the collector's edition. Switching weapons is probably quite easy once I figure it out. Have a look. How do we change weapons? Seems like we need to put them on quick slots. Ah, here we go. So select a weapon, skill description. Okay, let's go with this. Nice. Then we can select a secondary weapon, which will take the dual swords. We can only have 2. This is the spear. You know what I like? The fact that they've actually gone in and motion captured actual fighting styles with those weapons. That's a nice touch. Now switching weapon, it says, how do we do this? So just pressing Y, for instance, doesn't switch weapon. How do we change weapon? Seems complex, like you have a lot going on here. Okay, we're going to have to practice with this, get really good with the spear, and then maybe figure out how to switch weapon
Most
on the
people have to
fly.
be carried out of the Reverend Temple. You, though, you get to walk out on your own. Xuan Yangzi may be harsh with his words, but he tends to my eyes every day.
She's built. Look how
Some
tall
of the
this woman
worship's
is.
rise folk came here.
This little
fearing,
5'9"
but
man
they
is
didn't stay
barely
long.
looking over her
They
shoulder.
rushed back out, unaware of how dangerous the world truly is.
Who are you?
I am Tao Ting, just a humble merchant seeking refuge. I run a small trading business to make ends meet. Do you happen to have any rare goods for me to take a look at?
Maybe.
Smooth to the touch, with a fragrance that's hard to come by.
You smelling my
This is
shits?
no ordinary treasure. Oh, but don't worry, I won't be tempted to take it for myself.
I'll bust you up, try and take my stuff. Inquire about his business.
This
Okay.
place is no paradise for a merchant. I'm thinking of heading to the Shu Sanctum. I hear the Ming troops are stationed there, and it's a safer bet than this old temple. I can trade with you, of course. It would be an honor. But for the real treasures, I'm afraid I'll need to ask for a little favor in return. Some thieves from Annalum stole my family's heirloom. An ancient you can find once you've retrieved
Yeah, I
the thing.
don't care too much. So we've basically got to do this guy a favour before he'll trade with us, which is no big deal. I'm assuming this is home base and where we're going to be coming back to. That was a nice way to enter a sort of save section or a loading screen. Press A to offer blood. Ah, okay. So this reminds me of Neo. I don't know if you ever played Neo, the series, or maybe just one or two of them. They're really good. You offer up a sacrifice as such, your collection you've been collecting from the enemies, and then you get rewards in return. So I'm assuming this game's going to do this very similar. We worship it, and then it says enter in a dream. So having activated the shrine, you can enter the dream from here. Entering a dream fully restores your health and advance the story. Okay, cool beans. So enter dream. How do I do this? Ah, you can spin around. We've got warehouse, we've got repository, and we've got the dream. I have no idea what this is, but we will see. It says it restores my health just by running through and listening to a bit of the dialogue. So cool. My mana bars has gone up. Do I get health? Oh, I get 3 health vials back as well. Good, because I wasted mine. I pressed the button by accident. So let's be careful with that. So it's basically X will give me health back, or left on the D-pad. I've got to be a bit gentle when I press those. So up and down on the D-pad I think should switch weapon, but it doesn't. It feels natural to either press Y or up and down on D-pad. So switching weapon seems very weird because all of my top buttons do actions, which is my whole attack arsenal. Now I let me talk.
Young lady, are you infected too? First, feathers start growing on your arms. Then you lose your mind. Before long, you turn into a monster that craves human flesh.
Well, we are infected, that is a guarantee. He gave us a special pill that's supposed to help us out.
I saw the feathers. I've been hurt. If you're still kicking.
He gave me a pill that helped us out too. That's a little bit of gains there. Can't go in there yet. Holding A gives a sprint, which is nice. So B is dodge, sprint. It does feel like WuChang, I'm not going to lie. I think this came out before WuChang, believe it or not. I might be wrong there, but I'm vividly remembering the trailer for this dropping way before WuChang. Yeah, that can't be opened. Themed bunny bun. The bun in the shape of a bunny. Call it as you see it.
Well, well. Look who's back. Feeling lost, are we? We are both wanderers of fate. No need for formalities. Now, about the power in your left arm.
WuChang was 2024 and this came out last year. It was actually a year after WuChang. That's mad because I swear the trailer came out before.
Don't believe me, eh?
So far, the pacing of the game, I would say WuChang has a better pace and it drops you in the action and you are already fighting ghoulies and ghosts. I've only fought two little imps and they haven't been much, you know, it wasn't really that fun. So far the pacing's a little bit slow with this one. The story's really trying to hammer home about these feathers and they're not that interesting, you know. It's just like, okay, I'm infected. Could be anything, could be infected with anything, it doesn't matter. It should really just push the story along now so that I can, or push the story out of the way so I can get on with some combat. So it does look like we've got combat training coming in. I love the fact you can charge shots there. Quick attack's pretty weak. Nice. Right. Yep, that felt good. I mean, I'm more of this. I need more of this. What do we have here? Bros, that is pretty sick. Go on now. I'm not sure about the hands. It looks like it's got bat wings. Yes, okay, now I'm talking. See the big old feathers on it? The water looked good too. I don't even know where to start with this one. I guess locking on. Okay, we've got the lock on. Pick me out. He does damage, boys. I'm going to call it and say that's not supposed to be beaten at this point. There is no way you can beat that thing with the amount of damage we did. I hit him with my hardest hit and it did barely anything. So I think, I mean, even if you had experience, you might be able to get maybe like a quarter life bar down, maybe half a life bar at a push. That's not to be beaten. Dropping to 0 health will result in death. This, no shit, Shercock. This will drop the red mercury based on the current madness, after which you are revived in a shrine where you last prayed at. Head back to the place where you fell and reclaim your mercury. Well, okay, that's good, but that was a dream sequence, so I don't know if it's going to let us back in. Not that we had anything to lose, to be honest. Oh yeah, I thought I saw something. Ooh! Who the hell are you? Gosh. I love this just on a personal level because I play a lot of Naraka and I get that sort of martial arts attention to detail from this game. Men down. Lots of men down. They don't drop loot though. You may have 2 weapons equipped at any time. It says equip the weapon with select. No, that lies. Oh, so now it lets me change weapon with D-pad. Never before. So you have to kind of get through the tutorial really basic before you can figure stuff out. That's fine. I like that. So I can switch weapon at any time now. Where was we? So seems like the items respawn as well. Gigantic claw marks. Bro, I thought he was an NPC. I had no reason to believe this man was going to attack me. What is this game doing? So basically just now everything is a frickin' enemy. Rudeness, you're not wrong. That came out of nowhere. Big damage. Okay, that guy over there was the one that ended us, so I'm going to assume that we need to take him out. Is this our loot? There, dudes. Right, you and me, baby, you and me. What is happening? Why is this game so tough at the beginning? We cannot even touch this guy. So I'm assuming it's just a wall that they don't want you to go through. And I think that other dream sequence was also unbeatable. The way that they play it off is like you keep trying until you die a bunch of times. I'm not going to keep trying though. I'm just going to grab all my loot and we'll head the other direction. These are way quicker. But they don't feel as good. They don't feel as good as these staff. Yeah, bro, I'm not even going to fight you. He's coming up behind us like he wants some. I'm not even bothered. Hopefully he doesn't follow us all the way. Damn, we are weak as piss. Oh, what is happening? This should not be this tough at the beginning of the game. This weapon officially sucks against them, so we're going to change back to the staff and see how we can get on. One shot. Now I'm going to do that to these. you know what I like about the combat is very systematic. It's like they allow them to attack you, then you attack them. It's early game, so it's probably programmed that way, but I don't understand why a couple of the enemies we're coming across are so punishing at this stage. I'm guessing we come back when we've leveled up, powered up, and achieve what we need to achieve from now, but I can't even see how to get back to that boss that oofed us in the dream sequence. So I think I'm just going to leave that and forget about that until we come across it again, because this is way more interesting to explore. This environment's beautiful. It looks really sharp and nice. But it definitely feels like a lesser WuChang. I'm going to go out there and say that. WuChang felt... It had the same problems. Like WuChang had dodgy hair, dodgy shadows and things. You know, there was DLSS in your face and disgrace all over the place. But in this, it feels a little bit more solid. I think it's got a better graphical fidelity, but with some of those caveats that WuChang came with. And I think I prefer this because it's slow paced. I'm losing, don't get me wrong. And I'm having a bad time as such. But the overall game feels like it's going to have a lot more funny moments, a lot more light-hearted sort of interactions with people. I don't think WuChang had that, did it?
Makes all sorts of medicines and has saved so many sick people. Don't worry, you'll be feeling better in no time.
Okay. Can we just yoink off the edge? We can, but we take damage.
WuChang, over here. Your arm. What's happened to it? It's me, He Yuzai. You wrote to me about searching Worship's Rise for clues about Bar Yu. Have you forgotten?
Although the voiceovers are badly done, and they are badly done, it's nice to have human interactions where WuChang didn't really have much. It basically was demons versus WuChang, and WuChang's a god, right? So the main interactions you had between the demons and WuChang were, I'm going to defeat you, no, I'm going to defeat you, and that was it, all away you went. This has like some sort of backstory, it has a mid-story, and then again you're exploring to get the end story. So I think this is a little bit more rich in its storytelling than WuChang will be. I haven't finished WuChang, so I'm only halfway through, but I would say that this is the better storyteller out of the two. But the voice acting is a lot better in WuChang because there's less of it and it's more about like Dragon Ball Z style action, whereas this is actually trying to tell us a story using really bad English voice acting. I probably would set this game into native tongue and then just read subtitles.
Take this. I'll counsel my friend, the old boatman. He made no cure. I scouted the Shoe Sanctum a few days past. Aside from a deranged towers to the entrance, it seemed safe. Rest there and search for clues. See the Light's End Temple? The way to the Shoe Sanctum lies beside it, but the bridge has collapsed. You will need to find a way around. But be careful. If anyone sees those feathers, they'll definitely strike first and ask questions later.
So we're kind of the bad guy. People don't like the infection anywhere near them.
I'll follow your trail and find you. Oh, and take this.
We got
this bamboo lantern. I found it nearby. Hard to believe such craftsmanship still lingers here. The fireflies inside. They seem to glow endlessly. I've tested it personally. With this, you'll have both hands free for weapons since we got separated. Many of the Imperial Guards have been sneaking around the Tang Emperor's palace.
I think out of all the voice acting, he's probably doing the best job because he's got a longer script to read, so he's doing a better job of it.
Something's not right. I will track down the boatman, and we'll meet at the palace. I'll leave marks, pinwheels, along the path. Follow them, and you'll find me.
And I think unlike the other voice acting, he has something to say. He's told us where to go, he's given us a point to head to, and a way to go around to it. So now we just got to do a few fights on the way, and that's it. Pretty basic stuff. That move leaves me open so much. It's a cool move, it looks the best, but When she does that, it does no damage. It literally doesn't hit them as far as I'm concerned, because they're always far away when you build up. You can't take the risk of doing this when they're close. They seem to manage to get hit in between, which kind of sucks. Ooh, what was that? Now I'm getting a lot of red mercury sprouts from this area. I like the fact they've got the bamboo trees, that's awesome. Don't see them very often. Triggering shimmer to avoid the enemy move. Grants 1 stack on Skyborn Might. You learn unique weapon mechanics in the impetus. Sounds like I've got a disease. Impetus repository to gain more Skyborn Might. Deflecting and blocking. Ah, we have counterattack. Okay, they never explained this until now, so we'll give that a go. But I've not actually seen where block is. All 4 top buttons are attack. That's dodge. That's run. That's turn around. So where is deflect? X is health. So I'm not really sure how to block. This uses a lot of stamina, but it's basically invulnerable. I can hit and bounce back with very little damage, but it is guaranteed damage. Okay, health pills, nice. I could do with a save point up here to recharge. Who's this? Friend or foe?
Feathers on your left arm. That's a sign of feathering. Most would have lost
Feathers
their
on your
minds
left
by
arm
now.
is a sign of feathering.
You
Jeez, how many times have we heard that so far?
Fascinating. The power of feathering runs through that arm of yours.
Not really.
I can sense it.
Power of feathering.
How you managed to contain it, I don't know. But make no mistake, your left arm is the key to unleashing its full strength. Yes, that power's itching to course through you. But I'm afraid you're not ready to command it. Not yet.
I feel like the storytelling's quite bad. So this random woman on a rock,
Got what it takes.
apparently, I don't know who she is yet, but she doesn't seem that important. And yet she's telling me about a power that I've been wielding for a little while. So surely I should understand the power, because I've been wielding it for a little while. But she's telling me that I'm special because I wield the power. Well, I already should know this, right? And it seems like what she's saying should come from like a boss when you defeat it, not just some random bish on a rock. And the same with that guy earlier. Like, it seemed like he knew me, but we didn't really know him. So it kind of had this cross line thing confusion. So to me, it's like they're storytelling, but with the wrong characters. It's kind of weird. Sitting on a rock. That's what she does. She just sits on a rock. That's the bish on a rock. That's how we're going to refer to her. I'm assuming she has a bigger part to play later. That's cool. I want that. That's awesome. Okay, let's move on. Ooh, can we jack him in the back? Too late. Man down. myself some fruit. It's the Wong character. We're... These breakables as well, I've had no items come out of a breakable yet, and I've tried to break every breakable there is. They're not giving up items easily in this game. Well, hello, we've got a guy here. What's he doing to that poor fellow? Okay, come at me, bro. You know what I mean? It's invulnerable. The problem is it takes a lot of stamina. Oh, oh, he's done. What's happening here? Ooh, I nearly burnt him. My bad, bro. This guy's hanging up there as well. I'm guessing they're done for. That's a shame you can't save people, isn't it? All these cool breakables, they break into like 50 different pieces and yet you get nothing for it. It seems a missed trick. They should have items in those. Just seems pointless breaking them. Not even a pear. Not even a piece of fruit. This is the Buddha Cliff, apparently. We come to our second prey station. Well, I do wonder if we can go back to that boss and see if we can beat it now. This one's sparkling for some reason. Let's see what that is. Okay, so this looks like our upgrade tree. So HP, stamina, vitality, endurance, all the classic tropes are here, and you're going to upgrade each one as you go, depending on what sort of path you want to take. Let's have a look what we've got. So, I mean, that's block right there, isn't it? Raise the axe to defend against. This one is advance, forward, strike, revolving. Depends what weapon you're holding. So basically I like the staff. So I'm going to go with the staff here. Seems like the path to take, which then puts us into maximum level, which then opens up the secondary level, and it just goes on and on and on. So all of this is increased agility, spear weapon with duplicate skills. We've got strength of that weapon can be increased for damage. And it just keeps going, right? So that's where we're now going to head. And that seems like the path I want to take. We've also got sword, of course. We've got hand to hand, which could be a bit different. This is shimmer, right? So shimmer is its own thing. So I might level that one up as well. So increase maximum stack of Skyborn might. That's definitely got to be done no matter what way you go. But I think at the moment I'm really liking the... It's called a bulwark. I'm just going to call it a staff. It's very simple, simple trait to have. We've got the warehouse, which I assume is storage. There we go. You can put all your gubbins into the warehouse if you want. So it seems like we've got some sort of inventory limit that you can pick up stuff with. We'll wait until we hit that before we worry about it. And then we're going to go into the dream sequence and see if we can actually fight that boss. I don't think it can be beaten yet. We'll see what happens. So from Buddha Cliff, where does it want us to go? Because this is the end of the path. Seems weird. Enter dream. Will it not let us in? Yeah, it seems like we can't enter the dream again. So I'm just going to leave it be. We've come to the top of Buddha Cliff. It doesn't seem like we can go anywhere. So what is the point? What's this eyeball representing? Can we climb anything, maybe? This definitely looks like a dead end. No, we can't climb that. We can't go through there. But it looks like we've got to go all the way back down. Which will thoroughly annoy me if that is not the case. Do we have a map? We have inventory. Jade pendant. There you go. We'll have a bit of that. Items. Here we go. We can equip different items. Don't know what's useful yet. What else we got? Outfits. We haven't unlocked any of those yet. In a demon. I'm half demon right now. That's a cool concept. If we can, yeah, I'm 57 out of 100, so you can become full demon, or you can maybe downgrade that. I'm not sure what the effects of that are going to be, but we are halfway, or just over halfway of our inner demon. That's at least something different. Yeah, so these guys have respawned, so I can go ahead and get more XP from them. He's really having a go this time. Oh, he drops items too. This is what I love about these games. It's not so much for stream, but when you go and reset the board and you go around and around and around, and I've mentioned this hundreds of times, it's one of the best feelings, like going around and just leveling up, taking your time with things. It's one of my favourite parts of a Souls-like. We definitely can't go any other direction than there. So maybe we can go in this water. Again, it's a bit of a risk. I want freedom! There's no freedom in this game. It's linear path only. And it's going to start us at the top. What's this? Okay, we didn't see this last time. Ooh, quick travel. Nice. Yes, there we go. Now we're talking. That brings us to a cave, which we haven't explored yet. Makes perfect sense. A Vorpal Blade. What is that all about? Cast a spell. No way, I've got spells? Since when? Left trigger. Okay, I've got to build it up and then we can cast it. There we go, there's another one. Easy, bros. Go for the green shark. Oh, our eyes are red. That's new. Let's check out the amount of demons. Now we're 75% demon. What happened? Is that because we got oofed? How do we release the beast? Okay, that whammon has been absolutely oofed. What is going on here? Bunch of whammons, look. Hey, drag the whammons in the cave. Oh. Some old school. We've got plunging attack now, which is something we've been doing anyway, but apparently you can... Oh, okay, you can use it as a back attack. Remember when I said, can we oof him from behind? So now we can. You just have to take your time with this tutorial. It's kind of doing it very slow paced. Oh, wait, that thing up there. Can I get it? Right there. Can't reach it. Bro, man looks like a monk. This one don't. What you doing, son? Big damage. Combat's flush. Like when you get it right, it feels nice. We F them dudes up big time. This is what it's about for me. You know, like the environment, the exploration, seeing things you don't see every day in other games. These rocks look great. You know, the steps and everything, it's all custom. Like none of it's just rinse and repeat, copy and paste. It's actually got some time, dedication, effort put into this game. Okay, we've got a bunch of smoke blocking our path and it's forcing us into this here. Tang Palace Maid apparently is our boss. Try and defeat the maid. We've got full health to start with, so we're in a good position. There she is. Coming up very slow, like she's got not a care in the world. What do we do? Charge? Left. Okay, quarter life bar nearly. I can handle that. We'll go for that again. Ooh, you're not allowing it. Let's get the hell out of here. He is not messing with us at all. Again, if I knew what block was, I'd be utilising it. Trying to figure it out. Not today, baby, not today. Pissed. Okay, that's a good move because it's far enough back for her not to trigger. Flat. Drop down, drink your juice. Okay, this is a scary boss. This has got some ominous scariness going around it. Yeah, I'm backing up off that. See that slow-mo? That was sick. Can't see, I can't see. Oh. Filth with the whole life bar drain. Don't get close to her. That bitch, she'll mess you up if you get close. I think we've got a B. We're on our last health regains right now. Come on, come closer. Not close enough. I can't afford to take damage, and I can't afford to burn all my stamina either. This is it for the finish. Not overly tough. Just punishing enough to be worried. Pretty cool. Okay, so what happened here? These are my weapons. Why is it bringing me here? Benedictions come in 3 types: the oath, the wisdom, and the memory. You can socket the benedictions onto weapons. Well, obviously I want to upgrade my spear because it's my favourite weapon. There you go. Was it as simple as that? It has. It's gone into that. And this one doesn't have it. So you can have an oath, a memory, and a wisdom for each weapon. Oh. Like, look at this lighting. Like, look what's happening here. Look at this. Like, this is a scene right here. It's modelled so well. The environment, whoever designed the environments as well. She's not bad looking, don't get me wrong. But the environments are what's selling me this game right now. They're still images, but they are really, really nice. The fog, you know, the atmosphere, the rain, the lightning, all combined just make this game feel alive. And I get why people were kind of... Like, you really have to give it a chance. Like, we've been playing for around an hour and a half now, and it's really only took us this long because I fumbled along the way. And I think people will maybe get frustrated with this game really quick, but because it starts so punishing, you know. It's actually not the hardest one I've played. There's a lot worse than this. I mean, Neo, for instance, is a game that will kick your monkey once you get going. This game starts off starting you very weak, very underpowered, but when you get into it, it has that charm, you know, it has that Eastern feel. It's got everything you want, and it's just one of those games on a sale at like $30. You are getting a lot of game for your money. So I think this one is a win. I've got 1613, which can be used to upgrade. I don't know if we can upgrade just at any time though, but we have to find a shrine. Yeah. I'm really curious as to what the demon side of it is. I'm 75% demonized right now. I can't wait to sort of expunge that. It feels like it should have some sort of big epic special move or something with it. Now I'm curious because I didn't see another way to go from here, but yet this was the way out. It can't just literally bring us here. Rose. Yeah, it does. Must be another way round. Of course, because she blocked this way off, didn't she? Sweet. I don't know why you thought I would be scared of him. We just effed up the queen beast in there. Okay, we've got this guy, sneak up. Again, how close can we get, and what is the button to activate? Oh, there it is. Oh, buckled. Lost package. Happy days. Yeah, I've got to watch that guy. He's got a shield. I've not dealt with him yet, I don't think. He seems more scared of me than I am of him. Invulnerable hit every time. I feel like this weapon's OP. I don't know if anyone else started the game with this weapon, but I feel like I am fully in control of what's happening. I don't need to use another weapon. It's just, you know, the one for me. It's working really well. It's a little bit slow. It has some clumsy elements to get used to, but once you do, it seems pretty invulnerable. Do you want me to go down here? Or am I going to be losing my track? Let's go down here and see. Hey! Okay, man down, and now we have something happening to us. Again, I don't know what it is, but we've got it going on. I'm just assuming it's going to boost our attack power, maybe. I really want this game to teach us how to block. It hasn't told us how to block. It's mentioned that we have a counter attack. It hasn't really taught us how. What in the world? Where the fuck did the motherfucker come from? That was some bullshit. I was minding my business, getting ready for a fight, and then he jacks me in the back. That was filth. Right, I'm going to get my stuff back, that's for sure. How dare you? Okay, this time I'm grabbing that, wherever it is. Blood in red mercury, I'll take it. Tell you what, this girl on full sprint looks like she got some junk in her trunk. Nice. When you expect what's coming, you can handle it so much better on a second rerun. But that guy who came out from behind us, I have no idea what his man is. Sneaky little mofo, so we're going to have to keep an eye out for him. There he is. That's not him, is it? That's someone else. Jeez, so just keep coming. Oh, what in the world is this now? Gross. She didn't even, she spawned out of my loot drop. My loot was there ready to be picked up. And then this bitch just spawns and literally explodes herself in my face. I don't know what to do from there. And I think that's a good place to leave it because I am actually defeated right now. What can we say about the game that hasn't already been said? Other than, yeah, it's a solid 4 out of 5 from me. It's got really challenging aspects. It kind of like keeps you on your toes. You're never really bored. And I think that's great. I think for $30, if a game keeps you coming back, keeps you wanting to play more, seeing more, the environments are to die for. Right now you can see fog in the distance, you can see mountains, you're going to be exploring all of that. And I think the game itself has so much charm. I wish it didn't rely on certain technologies, of course, and that's why I'm only giving it 4 out of 5. I don't think it deserves the 0.5 because I don't think the graphics are blowing me away. They're okay. They're pretty much standard to today, and if it didn't have those shortcomings, and again, like I say, on Linux with an ATI Radeon card, you don't actually have that problem, but on Nvidia with a Windows build, for some reason, I just have these glitches and issues. And I don't know if they're supposed to be like that, but I've dealt with them for enough years to say that it is a DLSS problem. I think the most I can have is DLSS 3.5, maybe 4. So I'm not like capable of having the latest DLSS, but who the F cares? This technology is just busted. I mean, until it's ready, they shouldn't have released it. I don't think we should ever have had DLSS. TAA was working just fine with a bit of anti-aliasing on top. I don't know why we have to deal with this, but we do. So for me, it's a 4 out of 5. It's a great game. I think the visuals are awesome. The attention to details there. The game, the Studio 505 has published a really good game here, and the devs have done a great job at actually making this game work as well as it does. I was getting around 55 to 45 frames on really built up areas and 60 frames constant on everything else. So it runs really smooth, and if you can get it on console, then I'm sure it looks just as good on console. But for me, 4K on a Linux system is a way to play this game, and recommended. Overall, it's just simple, man. It's fun to play. I will be revisiting it. I want to do a series on it. If you guys want to see that series, hit the like, do the subscribing business, hit me up with a comment, let me know how far you've got in WuChang, who I should be looking out for, what bosses are about to punish me, and where I'm going wrong in certain sections, and I will reply ASAP. I want to thank you all for joining me. Your time is valuable, and I appreciate you spending it with us. And until the next time, peace out, look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Now, we are back tomorrow, guys, and we do have a whole day of Silent Hill. We are trying to get through that one. So Silent Hill F tomorrow, and I'm about, I would say about halfway through, if not further. So if you want to see that and see how I have to sort of readjust myself and get back into the flow, and we will do some bosses. I would imagine we're kind of at the point where a boss is due, so we should be seeing some cool stuff. So swing by tomorrow for a bit of Silent Hill, and if not, I will see you next week when we have a brand new schedule up on Discord. So if you haven't already joined Discord, consider joining Discord, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Thanks, guys, for joining me. You're all awesome. I'm going to have to go ahead and get my stuff back now, if I can.